When we get to C, that's when we'll clap.
Okay.
Yeah, right. What? Did it wrong. I did it wrong.
You just did YMC. Welcome to the Bear Chat Podcast. I'm Paul.
I'm Jay. I did it wrong after all that prep.
I know.
Oh, fuck me.
You do everything wrong.
I know,
bruh.
fucked up. Anyway, hi guys, thanks for tuning in again.
How's tings?
Things are tinging. What was I going to say to you? That? Oh, but that were it, because I knew I had it in my head to like and subscribe.
so shit
No.
at
I had it in my head to say that, that's why. So when you asked me, it just threw me.
Sorry, bro. Jump the gun. Go.
Yeah, so before we go any further, as we keep asking, because we're actually gaining a tiny bit of traction. We've got like 28 followers.
Wow.
Yeah, or 28.
On the road to 50.
On the road, we're on the way to 30.
No, 50. You got to shoot for the future.
Yeah, no, you do.
So just subscribe.
Yeah, please like and subscribe to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Does wonders. And what was I also gonna
Also,
say?
Jay really wants you just to comment down below where you're watching from, because 13% are from the UK.
That means like 87% aren't.
Or
From
they're
another
using
planet.
a VPN.
Or they're using from another planet.
Or they're using a VPN. More likely the VPN. But that's why we need to know.
Yeah, I would just like to know.
With all your VPNs, you're all fucking up.
Even all my mates as well. All the mates
Yeah.
are watching. Alex, Tristan, Charlie, all them.
Hi, Alex.
Hi, Alex. Anyway, just comment, bro, like where you're
Where
from.
you watching.
I know where you're from, but I just want to know. And then that might get other people.
I mean, you could
to do the
even
same.
tell us where you're from and what you're doing while you're watching it. Are you having a shit?
Yeah,
Are you in
there's that.
garden?
Yeah.
Are you on a train? Are you on a bus? What are you
Yeah.
doing? Let us know down below. Anyway, bro, this weekend, from Friday to Sunday,
Yeah.
was a mega sports day.
It was actually, there was some good shit on one there.
Good shit, bro.
It was a fair bit shut door. I know, but it's just the.
You left it open.
I know I did. It's the ambiance.
Born in a fucking field, pal.
Anyway, right.
So let's kick it off with Friday. What happened on Friday, Jay? We were
Right.
going to watch something together, but I kind of pussied out, and I'm so glad I did.
I'm glad you did, bro.
Well,
It was too late.
Well, do you want to tell them what we were on about? I think everyone knows.
What, the event?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fucking obviously the big AJ versus Francis, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, we planned on watching it after recording a few episodes the other day, but I pussied out, and I'm fucking glad I did, bro. Because it were on well late. I watched it at home.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah.
Just I were in my pajamas, dressing gown, biff. Everything were fucking sound.
Nice. I couldn't sit around much longer because I was starving. So I watched under the Parker versus Zhang, you know, the big Chinese dude. Watched that, and then I was like, you know, you just can't get food out of your head. I'm like, fuck it, we'll go. So I went to Mackey's, and I asked for burgers, right? Went there, had to pull over in the lay-by on the way home just to watch it on phone. I was like, I've got, because I knew I caught first round, and obviously knocked him down once, and I was like, now we're expecting, because Ngannou looked good on pads in changing rooms and that, didn't he? But the boxing prowess just came through, and Joshua just teed it off from the start. He just waited.
After watching Francis against Fury, and I'll hold my hands up here. I have been one of Joshua's biggest fans. I won't say the biggest because I've never been to see him out, but I've never missed one of AJ's fights.
Yeah.
I've watched a lot of fights. I do like fights, but the most exciting fight I have ever seen in my life. Were you there? The Klitschko versus Joshua. You were at mine, weren't you?
Yeah.
That was honestly one of the best fights. It was like Rocky, wasn't it?
It was
Knocked
sick.
down, up, resting.
Yeah. That big uppercut that nearly ripped his head off, and he just took it.
Yeah, I've watched them all.
Yeah.
Even when I think, but
even when he went through his blip with Andy Ruiz and that as well.
and
That
then-
were a bit unfortunate, wasn't it?
I think what happened to him is he believed his own hype. I think he wanted to challenge himself in a different way and become a boxer rather than a fucking big hitter.
That's what you just stick to your guns. Well, his guns. Yeah,
I'd love to have his guns.
I wouldn't mind. He's got a body of a god on
Oh,
it.
mate.
But I mean,
one of those
he's
that
almost
I
like
know
me under this.
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
And the fat.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
anyway,
strip that away, pal.
what's annoying though is when I watch his weigh-ins, I weigh more than him.
Me
And
too.
he's like 6'6" or whatever he is,
Chiseled,
6'5",
ain't he, pal?
shredded.
Shredded.
But to be fair, yeah, I felt a bit sorry for him when he went through his Andy Ruiz thing because I think Andy
It's
Ruiz
the
fought,
Usyk thing as well.
and then obviously that. Yeah,
I think if he fought Usyk now, I genuinely think he'd win. He seems to have got this hunger back.
He's gone back to his roots, hasn't he?
I think what happened is, and it happens with a lot of people, they get the money, the fame.
Granted, yeah.
They lose that the hunger because you come from nothing. You fight, you get everything. I mean, he's nearly a billionaire, isn't he now? Is he?
Well,
he's on his way. He's on his way.
He's loaded.
He's not going to be skint ever, is he?
No. He's got generational wealth now, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think they lose the eye of the tiger.
They do.
That's what they do. So they lose it, and it affects them badly.
Conor McGregor. Sorry to interrupt. That's what happened with Conor, didn't it?
Yeah. But this fight, after seeing Fury versus Ngannou, I genuinely said to Shmun, I think Joshua's getting knocked out after watching Joshua's last fights.
Yeah, yeah.
He hasn't looked very impressive, but fuck me, was he impressive? And everybody there's a lot of anti-Joshua haters. Nowadays, you're either Team Fury or Team Joshua.
Just seem to have gone that way, hasn't it?
And I've always been Team Joshua because I think, don't get this wrong, right? Everybody knows Tyson Fury is an amazing boxer. I just hate his personality. I don't like that. I don't. And I know some people, I think you like it, or Shmun really likes it. I don't. And I don't mind a bit of,
got to sell the fight. I understand that, yeah.
Yeah. But he's so up himself. And to be honest, who has he really fought?
No,
Klitschko, Baki when Klitschko
I mean, the Klitschko were a really good fight,
and who
wasn't
else?
it? I mean, obviously, fucking Deontay Wilder, he battered him 3 times, didn't he?
Deontay Wilder has got one thing.
Oh, no, I agree.
A rocket. That's it. And if you can't get... And Tyson Fury...
He's far too good for that, isn't he?
He's dodging that all day long. And I'm not taking out against Wilder either. He's good at that fucking... The Brahms Bonmer. That one in and out. But I think AJ on against Ngannou, literally...
He showed it's just a different game.
And I honestly think he'd beat Fury now.
I will put my hands up. I believe the same. I thought I were very much not Team Fury against Joshua, just like Tyson Fury. I liked how he boxed. He just dodges everything, leans on you. He's just awkward. I know it's not like just punch for punch, but he's just awkward. He knows his strengths, but... He's very turns up a bit complacent, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think
he had the hunger against Deontay. The first time he clearly won. We all know that he got robbed. The second time he just boxed his head off, and the third time he absolutely annihilated him again. That showed obviously Tyson Fury's pain. Yeah. But then, like you say, then I was thinking, against that Otto Wallin when Fury almost lost because of that cut.
Yeah.
I mean, he had some good rope-a-dope. I like watching how Fury fights. But in terms of now with Joshua getting his guns back and that knockout power's come back.
I don't think it's his guns.
He's gone for just pure that again.
And he said, I don't know if you watched the after fight.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
And he literally, because obviously what everybody asks is, who do you want to fight next and that? And he went, look, I'll fight whoever you want. I will fight the winner of that and that, but you lot put too much pressure on me. Those words came out of his mouth.
Fairs.
And because Anthony Joshua is Anthony Joshua, and he's not particularly your hardcore boxing fans' favourite, he's brought masses that were never into boxing.
Yeah, agreed.
And I think because of that, he's been bringing big crowds in, and I just genuinely think that massive pressure just built to such a fucking extent. It made him, oh no, I've got to be better. And he thought being the actual tricky boxer,
he slimmed down. He lost a lot of muscle mass, didn't he? To go, I think, did he go the distance with Joseph Parker to show that he could actually be a boxer, or was it Povetkin? I think with Joseph Parker, he went the distance, to show I'm not just a knockout artist. Obviously, started a bit of a downfall, you say, mixed with believing, and pressure and all that sort of stuff. And now he just seems to thought, fuck him, I'm just getting back to what I know best. And now he just punches your fucking head off.
And from that interview, I honestly felt a bit sorry for him because you could just see that he'd built himself into this massive thing, and perhaps he got too big for himself. Does that make sense?
Yeah, potentially.
And the fact of, I'm going to let everybody down if I don't win, so I'm going to change my style a bit. I'm getting a bit older. I think that's what fucked him up. But as I say, on Saturday, he fucking showed that Ngannou, hang on, you think you can hit hard? And that finishing punch.
I mean, knocked him down once. Am I right in saying that he knocked him down in round 1 and then knocked him down twice in round 2?
Yeah.
Well, knockout as well. But that one before knockout, when he just straight down again, and Ngannou's been knocked down now twice in 2 rounds. He's obviously thinking, I mean, don't even know where he is.
He's never been knocked down before, ever.
No, gets up.
Ever.
And Joshua just comes in with that third.
Yeah.
Straight down arrow again.
Just
gone, lights out, gone.
Fucking legs folded up.
I mean, it's textbook knockout, innit?
Somebody put a fucking meme on. Like, Francis has just been it to become a deck chair, and they just made him into a deck chair.
He literally, his legs ended up his arse and everything.
Mate,
I felt for him because you could see Joshua then looked, because end of the day, you're all pros there. You don't want to fucking kill someone. Yeah. And it looked a bit scary at one time, didn't it? He didn't move for quite a while.
Fucking oxygen and that. But
yeah.
if you imagine a big unit like Ngannou, I mean, take away that he lost, he's a big fucking unit. Can you imagine, like, when you get knocked out, your brain's gasping for oxygen, but all his muscles are also doing it? Probably that's why it took him so long, because he was just so fucked up. But anyway, well
performance and a half anyway, yeah.
Well done, Joshua. I can't wait for his next fight. On Saturday, do you want to start with your shit?
We will start. On Saturday, we had the grand revealing, well, hopefully, of Manchester United.
What?
And guess what happened?
Who?
Exactly. Guess what happened? Laboured 2-0 win against Everton.
It will
2 penalties. Gash. Fuck you, Man U. Fucking bastards. I fucking hate that team.
So glad
I love them, but I hate them, man. It's torture at the moment, Paul.
Everybody hates Man U, even their own fans.
It's torture at the moment. I listen to Andy Tate, you know, not the Andrew Tate. Yeah, but yeah, that fact. I mean, I love him, me. But I like watching the pods. You know, the watch-alongs, like you got Goldbridge and all that. But you're on that, and I just resonate with him. He's just like, I'm just done with these players.
Do you know what?
I'm just done with them. Just no fucker runs.
Just to be clarified, I'm an Arsenal fan, right?
Fair, yeah.
And yes, we're doing well these past 2 years, but I know exactly where you're at, because 5, 6 years ago,
it's torture.
It got so bad. I love football, right?
Yeah.
Ask Mrs. A. I will watch every match, whether it's even if we're in that Europa conference. Dog shit is.
Yeah.
I would watch every single match, no matter what. I've cancelled fucking plans and everything to watch Arsenal. Genuinely, I turned it off for a year. I just casual look. It's because I'm from the era where it was Man U and then it was fucking Arsenal every year. That's where it was. It was like City and Liverpool for the past 8 years. It were always Man U or Liverpool, Man U or Arsenal, Man U or Arsenal. One of them two, and it wasn't usually you, but it were always right good.
Yeah, but it's like your Wenger versus Fergie. They were good, weren't they? Both old school managers. And that.
Yeah, and then I just turned it off. And I went, do you know what? I can't anymore. And it's and like I now like think like my brother's a Huddersfield Town fan, like die-hard Huddersfield Town, and all his mates are. And I just think, how dire is your fucking life? Like, I've had 20 years, half my life since Arsenal last won a league, and I got so fucked off. I were at my wit's end. But then I think, like, you know, what about a West Brom or
I know where they don't do anything.
Or an Everton. Like, Everton are like Arsenal, never been out of the top flight. Ever.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Or in the past, whatever, 120 years, whatever. Everton haven't done all for fucking 80 years or something, have they? Maybe.
I know, but Moyes had him, like, pretty solid 6th.
Oh, that's
position.
Not good enough, though, for Scousers, is it?
Well, not but recently. I mean, Everton were always there or thereabouts. Not necessarily top 4, but they're always guaranteed a bit of European football, obviously Europa League and all that. I mean, now they're just fighting for their lives every year. It must be horrible to be an Everton fan at the moment, genuinely.
Anyone below...
I mean, if someone shit as Man U can fucking beat them with 2 shitty penalties. I don't even know if they were legit pens. I couldn't even bring myself to watch highlights, Paul, because there is none.
No,
can't watch low lights of Man U, man. They're fucking terrible.
Being a Man U fan right now is honestly, I were there, man. I were there, and it's like being a Chelsea fan. Fucking Chelsea shit.
Yeah, but they're shit.
They're absolutely dire, like fucking dire, and. What people don't understand is, and like it's Man U as well, and this will happen to City, this will happen to Liverpool, and it will happen to Arsenal again. It's a big fucking circle.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
And all that happens is your team has its day. Like, look at Liverpool, 80s, massive, 90s came along, dropped off the fucking face of the earth for 30 years.
It's insane, isn't it?
30 years. And now you hear all Scousers like they've been best thing ever since forever. No, 30 years before you won your title, you had they've won the Champions League a couple of times. Fair play. Everything else, they've done nothing.
Yeah, they had a few domestic cups and that, didn't they? But yeah, it's just we're just on that downward spiral.
You're on the downward spiral. Chelsea are. I genuinely think, and hate me if you want, Scousers, I think as of next year, you're going to go back into a bit of a spiral. I don't think a massive.
They've got
spiral.
enough coming through. They've got it. He's built a real good system, hasn't he?
He has.
Yeah, no. So,
who's your next manager? And everyone keeps going on about Alonso. Alonso's had one good season with one team. Is he really the answer? Who knows? I mean, look at my manager, Arteta. He did that. Came as a second, came to Arsenal, fucking is bossing it.
Obviously struggled. Didn't struggle, did he? But he didn't have the backing. Everyone going Arteta out. Everyone hated him, didn't they? And do
you know what?
He turned it around, didn't he?
I didn't. And there's two things that I haven't. Also, Kai Havertz, when we signed him, I actually thought there's a fucking player in there. And it's proven to be right. I mean, if you want to move on...
He's good, Kai. I've always kind of
everyone slags him. Yeah. But in all honesty, he's there when you need him. And that's the bit... Like on Saturday, we were struggling against Brentford. Proper struggling, and I'm like, fuck, you know what?
Yeah.
Might be just that one bit too far. Maybe one bit too far. And then who pops up? Kai Havertz. Fucking head. Dink. And it was Ben White also... underrated, and he can't get into England team. Gareth Southgate, you're a knob. He's literally England's best defender. There's no who beats him. And
is he a centre back?
He's a centre back, but he plays.
I know he plays up right as well, doesn't he?
He plays right back. That's what he does for Arsenal, and he's fucking amazing. He
should be there, shouldn't he? No, he should be.
But yeah, we scraped a 2-1, which put pressure onto Sunday.
You needed that to happen. What happened on Sunday? I watched them, mate, and it were all... Liverpool put a really weak starting 11 out, or it seemed weak. I know that... And I saw City team, and I thought, oh, fucking... I texted Dan, I was like, fucking hell, Dan. And he says, you were like, yeah, but it's 11v11 on day and all that, fair dues. And Liverpool get a really good account of themselves at first.
Just a really good...
No, they were brilliant, but I was like...
I think that first half was very... very equal, and I would probably, if hand on my heart, if I had a gun to me head, I'd say Man City shaded the first half ever so slightly. It were, if you had it in a percentage, it'd be like 53 to 47. There was nothing in it, but I just think Man City just had that bit extra. Then the second half came, and fucking Liverpool literally. City looked...
I saw when they got peppered. Liverpool were brilliant, but I didn't watch that. Granted,
the second half, it were 8-20 to Liverpool. City capitulated.
I found that strange because I'd watched the... I love the corner. Something straight off training ground, wasn't it? De Bruyne just swung it into the near post, and who else is just John Stones there just to tap in. Really well worked, that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched it and I thought...
Liverpool
were a bit unlucky.
Should have...
Yeah.
Could have, but really should have won that game about 4-1. Diaz, top player.
I know, he missed a few.
Top player, missed 3.
I saw him when he cut through and he blasted it wide. Yeah. There's the first half.
There's a lot of podcasts that I watch. Two mainly. Obviously, Goldbridge. Everyone watches Goldbridge. The other one's the Football Terror. Shout out, Terry. Love your podcast, mate. I don't think you'll ever watch this, but love your fucking podcast. And even they were saying, and they said it last time when they played you.
Yeah.
So City played you, and Terry had a fucking thing, and he's like, oh yeah. He wrote down every time Man U counter-attacked, and he said we had 10 chances, and then he wrote underneath why the attack failed.
Right.
Yeah. And he said, you do that against Liverpool or Arsenal, you're getting fucked. Now, Liverpool could have fucked them in the ass.
Yeah.
Really badly, but they didn't take the chances. And I think if City, this is just I might be wrong, City might twat us 10-0, don't know.
Yeah.
If they play like they played against Liverpool and you, I think we're going to actually destroy them. Because if you listen to a lot of people saying it now, City, amazing team. Again, we're not taking away from City.
No.
They are so susceptible at the minute to counter-attacks. Arsenal are fucking rapid and we're banging goals in for fun. I can't wait for that match. It's not for another couple of weeks, and we'll be fully rested because
we've got fucking Liverpool coming up, haven't we?
Yeah, and you've got us.
Yeah,
if you
they need 3 points for you, bro.
Man, I think
fuckers can't fucking run. And then they're just bitching whingers, man. I mean, he actually did all right over there, to be honest. But I I can't. It's fucking. It makes me laugh. I put them on, and I'm like, oh, this might be the day. I might actually turn them on here, and I might watch some zip back and forward, fucking box to box sitting. I'll just watch it, completely emotionless. And then like half time, I'm like, I can't. It's fucking painful.
It is painful.
But anyway, that's football. Yeah, see what happens.
But Schmun's not having that Arsenal are going to beat Man City. Schmun is diehard Liverpool. Shout out Schmun. You like a lot of Liverpoolians. They're very, what's the word for it? It's Liverpool or no, innit?
Well,
like everything was so unfair. It's always that way. Schmun, you're worst for it, pal. You are really bad for it. Like, oh, we've only got half a team. Rather than going, look, we're fucking half his teams out and we did really well. It's, oh, well, we've only got half a team, haven't we? Should have been a penalty. I mean, we weren't, get over it. We all have them calls.
Oh, yeah.
We all have them calls, pal. You know what I mean? And then, as I say, I genuinely do believe this is going to go down to the wire.
I mean, it's never happened where it's been 3 teams inch out like this.
No,
this
and
late
like
on.
Literally
it's fucking insane.
1 point separates all 3 of us.
It's fucking insane. Anyone who's
and I think if we beat City, I think
you're in best position.
If we draw or lose, I think it's Liverpool's. That's how I see it. As fair as I can make it. But I mean, but still, we've all got to play Tottenham, and you don't know.
Well, that's. I mean, Tottenham were brilliant.
Well, I was just listening to Talk Sport, aren't we? Yeah. And they were like having Tottenham fans on saying, "Well, you know, you play City in the last last game. What happens if Man City need to win to stop Arsenal winning the title?" And they were all like. But at the expense, what the question was about the expense of you don't get into the top 4. So you either get into the top 4 by beating City or drawing, and Arsenal win the title, and all of them, and I don't get this. All of them were like, no, Arsenal can't win. I'd rather go down a division. I'm like,
it's ridiculous.
Rather than forget what we do.
Yeah.
Rather than get your team into the Champions League, get all that money, get more players to make what you've got a fucking really good team. I'm an Arsenal fan. Tottenham's team's really good. I think you should change your manager. Everyone's all about this fucking Ange ball. It's a bit.
I'm not that up on it.
They all wonder why the team's getting so injured, and it's because like a lot of managers have tried to do it where they just push and push and push and push, but keep the same team instead of using your squad. They push and push and push. They get knackered, injured. Your season's over. I think they need to change. The players they've got are fucking mint. If you got a manager, because Ange never changes. Like when he went down to 9 men, or he went to 9 men and still kept that super duper high line.
What, is this just gone?
No, it was.
Oh, sorry, no. I watched them against. Who the fuck is it?
Aston Villa.
Yeah, I watched them and I thought Villa were going to give him a good game, and to be fair, it were a lot of Villa.
It wasn't until McGinn got sent off.
Yeah, and then that were it. It just fucking completely went other way and Tottenham dicked him.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see what fucking happens.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I've got something for you.
What's that, pal?
I'm using that as a segue, so we're going to stop there, then you could...
You don't have to tell me, bro.
Just so you know, because I don't actually have a vote for you. I'm trying to look at my list.
Well, okay. Me and Schmun.
You're going to cut that bit out, aren't you?
Me and Schmun were talking at work today. Because you know Schmun's now suddenly wormed his way into being our new manager. So
big up manager
Dan. Shout out to you.
Yeah, he wants to be his manager, doesn't he? Yeah. Incredible.
And he's come up with some really good topics. And one of them we have covered before on the podcast, pal.
Hit me.
I'm going to grab your hand all romantic like then.
Oh, thanks.
Your hands are cold. Make it more homely in here, pal. Oh, shit. That's me. Sorry, it's me.
Fuck's sake.
Just attach it to the fucking wall.
I'm going to just need some fucking shit.
Go to B&Q. Anywho. We've talked about it before, Jay, where we've been like, what is the biggest animal that you could fight? Right, and we all know you're never fighting a shark, a tiger.
Yeah, forget all that shit.
You know, you whittle it down, and then I said perhaps a sheep or goat. Yeah,
you did say that, yeah.
Right. So that's my answer. Fighting as a human being, right?
Yeah.
But Schmun threw a caveat in. But let's go through it again. Fighting like a human being. Right. What is the biggest animal you think you could take?
Fighting as a human being.
As a human being. So you can fight with your hands and your feet on chokeholds, opposable thumbs, which can be a benefit.
I want to throw something out here.
Go on then.
It's going to sound a bit, maybe like a doe. The reason why I say that is because we can't get past the antlers. The stag's literally mauling me, right? Could I potentially just, I don't mean the big kicks and shit. If I could just face up against a female deer,
Loving the confidence.
could I? I'm trying to think, Paul, and I'm trying to be right here. Could I?
No. The answer is
If I can just get past a couple of blows and maybe get a bloody nose and maybe a missing tooth, could I just get it round its neck and just hold on for dear life and just rear naked it until it drops?
I think, I mean, the
And
point
I can't
is
go,
valid.
I mean, it's a fight. It's a fight.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever seen that video of that hunter who gets cornered by a deer?
But yeah, the one where it's just mauling him on ground.
Yeah. And he's like, those fuckers are kicking like... Brrr.
Yeah, I know. They're good like they're just fucking clop.
Yeah, you've got to get past them.
I know, bro. I know.
Can you get past
stood up?
Quick, 4-footed, they can jump fucking way high.
Yeah, I know. But would they have the mentality to do that? The reason I ask is like, it's like saying, would an elephant not pick up its dying baby and take it to water? They don't have the mentality to like pick it up with a tusk. Would a deer think to jump and try and fight me like a human?
No, it's fighting you like a deer.
I know if it's doing that with hooves, I can't get past them.
You can't get past it, and it's going, and don't forget, we're pathetic.
I know.
Human beings as a species, we're pathetic. We're not hard at all.
No.
I mean, a tiny little thing we cut and bleed. You know what I mean? We yatty as fuck.
What could it be? Yeah,
So
I'll stick with it.
I'm thinking if that deer's pow,
them hooves are going to hurt as well.
Yeah, and not just you, even though you're a bit yatty. You'd be on floor covered up before you even know it. Any man would. And it is a doe that is attacking that guy, by the way. It's not a stag.
No, I've seen the one where stag's doing it and it's just pushing him around on grass with its antlers.
Oh, man.
He can't do anything, that's fair.
Well, the one that I've seen is a doe. It's a female deer. Doe. A deer. A female deer. Ray, a drop of golden sun. Anyway. That fucker, I think, is fucking you up. That's why we've had this combo, and you might have noticed from another previous episode. But Shmun threw a caveat in.
Go on then.
Right. So I was thinking, fighting as a human being.
Yeah.
A sheep, maybe big goat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I mean, I'll try it if anyone's got a sheep they want to let me fight. I'll fight it. We'll try it. But Shmun threw the little caveat in as our manager now. He said. He said to me, what's the biggest animal you can fight, but you have to fight like that animal? So...
I'd have to say next to fuck all, bro, because like I say, we're pathetic.
Right. Well, I at the beginning, I was about to say a sheep, but weirdly, and this is the biggest coincidence ever, the night before, I'd seen this video.
Right.
And I mean, I'm going to show the video. There we go.
They can't see it, by the way.
I don't think I'm about transition.
Oh shit! Oh, that's embarrassing.
Well, I'm going to cut.
I like ducked under it, but it's not even showing on screen.
No. So Jay, the day before, I had seen, and I mean, I'm sure it's 8 years old. This video. I'm sure plenty of you have seen this video. But this, if I were to fight a sheep. As a sheep, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
This is what's going to happen to us. Now, in the video, it does say sheep killed cow. There are some comments below it that say it didn't actually die. It was stunned. And there's a video, this video, but the more extended one, where the cow eventually gets back up, which I'd probably believe more than the cow just died.
Yeah.
Right? But what I'm saying is, we'll play the video first.
Go on.
So here we go. Mummy sheep. It's the noise the cow makes. Look at this little fucker. Down. Now the sheep. It's the cow.
I mean, the sheep's stunned a bit, but the cow's just
the sheep.
Curtains, isn't it?
Yeah. Let's just listen to the noise. I'll be quiet.
It's like, what the fuck? It's like Ngannou, isn't it?
Oh, I did put it in. Right.
Just got Ngannou'd, bro.
It just got Joshua'd. So I were thinking, I don't think I could fight a sheep like a sheep because sheep use their heads, and that's a cow skull, and the cow got fucked up.
Yeah.
That's breaking our vertebrae, smashing skulls. I personally think
instant death.
You're dead.
Yeah, agreed.
And I mean, I've seen videos. Weirdly, I saw this video in another video, and it were all about sheep. And like they've got double skulls, so they're nearly impossible to knock out. Right. So then that got me thinking. My whole thing before was I think I could punch a sheep and knock it out. Don't think I can. I'd have to jump on the fucker's back
unless you maybe caught jaw. You rock jaw instead of head on.
Well,
if you like you did it, bang, maybe. Oh, it's a tough out.
It is a tough ask, bro. But so now sheep's out of the question. When you're fighting like that animal, we're not fighting bears like that. Lions. No. Let's because you've got to remember Joe Rogan said this once. This is the best thing. He said I think he was talking about wolves or something, or he might have been talking about sharks. It probably was because he literally went, "Sharks kill shit, and all they use is the face."
Yeah.
So you think about that?
That's most predators, isn't it?
But lions got claws.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Sharks are just all about the mouth. That's all they've got. Gone.
And instant agility.
Yeah.
God, it's terrifying.
So, what are we saying?
The question's on you, bruh, because you've now changed your mind. I mean, I'm sticking with. I think I could maybe choke out a deer. Maybe just.
No.
Oh yeah, as a deer.
You missed the whole idea.
As a deer, then
you ain't fighting a deer like a deer.
Yeah, because I can't generate the power, can I?
With or without the double skull, you can't, Paul.
I don't know, bro.
Because I'm thinking, could you fight a monkey?
No, I think I don't like saying not all monkeys are just gonna rip your fucking arm off. Certainly, like a chimp could. Obviously, could a macaw probably? Yeah.
A pygmy marmoset. Fucking that bitch up.
Have I just said macaw? Isn't that fucking?
I think you mean a macaque.
A macaque. I'm actually feeling a bit sick.
Oh man, everyone out there now is laughing.
Like a spider monkey, but that'd just.
I think the problem with them is they've got mad agility.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like Shmum were telling me about a video.
Yeah, and I can't get off the floor.
About this spider monkey.
Well, it gets caught by a leopard.
Yeah, proper fucking about, and then don't fuck about with cats. Cats.
No, it's like grabbing it. And
that's the next thing. Could you fight a domestic cat?
As a cat?
Yeah. So you can only.
Yeah, but I'm still as big as me.
Oh yeah, you're not getting the vibe. All you have to do is fight like the animal.
I know. What do you mean? Get on my hands and knees.
Hands and knees, and all you're allowed to use.
Yeah, I'm knacking a cat.
You're knacking a cat.
Knacking it.
How?
Yeah. Fucking twat it.
Where?
In its face.
You think you could hit a cat?
Yeah.
In fight mode.
Yeah.
Have you ever actually?
Yeah, I've seen them jump on you in that, but
mate, that thing's squawking at your face.
I know.
Then you're like, my face. Then that fucker's just come in and
I'll get the cat off, and then I'll just fucking open. Use my claws and rip it off my face like a cat.
You can't use your thumbs.
Well, I'll do that. I'll fucking grab it. I'll get the fucking thing off, mate. And then I'm rocking its jaw.
I don't think you are, bro.
All day.
I don't.
All day,
mate.
All day. If I'm as big as me and the cat's as little as it, mate, and I'm fighting like a cat, I can generate more power than a cat.
I'm not saying you can't, but them fuckers hold on.
I know, but I'll get it off.
It's like that.
What if I chased? What if I rolled around on floor and
3 centimetre claws, 4 of them stuck in your face, and every time you pull, it digs them in more.
That's fine.
And then it bites your nose.
I know, but I'll put up with pain. I'll get it off me, and then I'll rock its jaw.
So we're saying cat.
Right, so it's the biggest one. I would think I could beat an household cat in a fight as a cat.
What about a Maine Coon cat?
No, they're big, aren't they?
Very big.
They're Alsatian style.
I'll tell you a story about. Right, I'll
want a Maine Coon.
I want one as well because I were a postman in a place called Armitage Bridge. Weirdly,
crazy.
My last name, my bridge. Fine.
Yeah.
So I'm going down there one day, the first ever day, and I walk around this corner, and I am not fucking joking. Right, imagine like a little back terrace of houses, yeah, and it had these weird garage things here, and I'm walking around the corner, and there's 3 cats. And I genuinely never even heard of a Maine Coon, didn't know what one was.
Yeah.
I saw these fucking cats, and I honestly stopped, and I was like, they're like the fucking size of a fucking leopard. They're fucking massive. Yeah, massive. And there's these cats, and they're just there with big fluffy tail, just, you know how they do, where they just flick it like that. And I was like, and I could not get over the size of these fucking cats. They were like that.
People hold them like that, and it's like holding a fucking dog.
Yeah, I mean, the world's biggest Maine Coon, I'll put here. Show them where it is, Jay. No, it's not there, Jay.
Where is it?
It's not there.
There.
No.
There.
No, it's here. Right. So so I'm thinking a Maine Coon would fuck you up, bro.
I would, yeah, Maine Coon's a different kettle of fish. A little tabby, I'm just nailing it, but a Maine Coon.
I think you'll struggle against a little tabby. Not just you.
It's just pure size comparison. Even it's like me being a Maine Coon and a little tabby cat.
You're not allowed to grab them with your hands.
I'm not going to. I'll claw it, and the moment it releases, I'll batter it.
In your fantasy world.
I don't see how it's a fantasy. I'm too big.
For what?
For a little house cat. It's getting knacked. I don't mean as a human. I'll fight like a cat. I can beat a cat.
You're a furry now. you need a litter box to shit in.
Boy.
But all right. So in your world,
yeah,
so we need to go one bigger than a cat. About a dog.
A dog's a different kettle of fish. A dog could knack me as a human quite easily.
Yeah,
very easily. So there's no way I can fight a dog as a dog. I watched a video once. It was horrible, and we're not posting it in here. A guy's literally laid on floor, and he's not laid on floor. He's sat up and he's screaming at his mates. I've showed you it actually.
Yeah.
And he's got like 3 dogs on him. They're not ripping him apart, but they're obviously biting him and they've struck blood and they've just turned or he's pissed him off. Obviously the video starts and he's already on floor and he's screaming at his mates to help him. And his mate's like going at him with a fucking fence panel.
I've seen him. Yeah.
And that's a dog to it. Dog's knacking me, mate. It's a little wolf in your house. What about that video with kangaroo?
I fuck fighting a kangaroo.
Well, I know, they're shredded, aren't they? It's just got dog and it's like, he rocks its jaw, doesn't he?
He does, he punches it.
And it's like,
what the fuck?
He just stands there like, oh shit. But you've got to protect your dog, innit?
Yeah.
I'm boxing a kangaroo's head. It's knacking me, to be honest.
I'm in the band of, like, it happened to me when I was a postman, and it happened to the dog's actually quite lucky that were me, right? You at the post office, I used to have a rotating day off, so it'd be Monday one week, Tuesday, Wednesday, on like that, and the same guy covered my off shift every time. Occasionally, though, he wouldn't want to work, so he'd come to you and say, oh, look, if I give you 80 quid, will you do my shift for me? And this one time I'd said, yeah, no problems, mate. 80 quid in pocket.
Yeah.
And you get you don't get paid, but an extra 80 quid, yeah, sample. Went on my normal round, and there's this fucking dog, right? This little Jack Russell, right? Obviously, dogs hate postmen because you walk up to the house every day and you put shit in the house and they don't like it, winds them up. This little bastard dog, it was a Jack Russell, worst dogs ever. If you've got a Jack Russell, fuck off out of me. I hate them. My mum's got 3 of them, hate every single one of them. Yappy, horrible. Anyway, so I'm putting letters through and it's barking at me and I'm like, all right, mate. I had to do everything. I'm not nasty to dogs. I'm like, yeah, all right, mate. No worries. Walked next door. So I'm next door now. There's a fence, there's everything. As I'm putting the letters through, I hear this weird noise, like a crash. Yeah. And then just felt excruciating pain on my ankle.
Oh,
right?
My God.
And I literally split second, woman had let it out. It had smashed through the fucking fence. This little fucking dog this big bit me, right? But shaking me. So my natural reaction was to fucking kick the little bastard.
Yeah.
I am not joking. This little dog and this... At the time, the woman whose dog it was just coming to the kitchen door as her dog literally fucking flew into the back garden. It honestly were about 10 feet in air. It was fucking mad. He's flying through air. She comes out and she's like, you've just kicked my fucking dog. And I went, whoa. I went, look. Right? Leg pissing with blood. Like, horrendous, right? As soon as she saw that, she went into the full-on, oh my God, I'm so sorry, you don't usually do like that. Meanwhile, dog's in corner. I'm like, right, you little fucker. Never back to me again. But I said to her, she's like gobbing off at first. And then she's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I said, yeah, you're fucking lucky. The guy who usually does my shift, who that would have happened to, hated dogs.
Yeah.
And the law, or the post office rules are, if a dog bites a postman, it gets put down. The postman just has to complain. And I didn't, because do you know how I feel? I'm on that dog's fucking property. I know I wasn't. I'm in its little zone.
Yeah.
And I'm pissing the cunt off every day, so it's fair game, isn't it?
Yeah.
And
I mean, he's wanted to do that for time, and one day it got.
And he got me, and he learned not to do it again. I don't think he ever barked at me again, all right? But she's fucking lucky because that dog, if I hadn't taken that 80 quid, that dog would have been dead. But I know loads of postmen like that.
Serious, man.
Yeah, they give you a little plastic thing to push things through. I never did. Fuck off. But yeah, they give you a little plastic thing to push them through because there's that many. And they just peel your finger off, so you've just got a bone.
And that's obviously, dogs play. We play with dogs and stuff. But when they truly want to hurt you, it doesn't take much just to shred your fucking finger, does it?
No.
Don't take fucking much. But
what am I beating? Hamster? I think I honestly think human beings, we sew up ourselves. You're
beating an hamster. I don't care what you say. Even as an hamster, you're beating an hamster.
What happens if you open your mouth and it runs in your mouth?
Oh, you could say, what if?
No, I said I could beat a hamster. Like you said.
I thought you were picking at animals if what you'd struggle against. Sorry.
No, I could beat a hamster.
Oh, yeah.
I could beat most rodents. Perhaps not a capybara.
Yeah, they're big rodents.
They're fucking massive.
See, we aren't even taking on like a giant anteater or fuck off. Have you seen them?
Mate.
Have you seen them?
Giant anteaters. No fucking joke.
I'm watching. I keep going on about him. I'm not going to mention.
Do it.
Paul Rosalie, anyway, the Amazon guy, the Amazon rainforest guy. He mentions that when he moved there as a young'un, he adopted one because it had lost its mum, so he had to like nurture it for like so many months, and he couldn't take it off him, and even just grabbing onto it to cut him and stuff. But he had to like, it's not suckle it obviously, but it had to stay on him, like it does its mum.
Suckle.
Well, I thought something about. But anyway, it's like on him and that, and he had to like crawl around on all fours in Amazon to teach it, and like for ants and shit. And obviously, eventually, it just went and never came back. So you're like, oh, peng, or it got eaten, whatever.
Probably.
But
eaten.
he says there was someone saying a story where the dogs ran off, and this guy like ran after his dogs. It heard like a yelp. Went round and because anteaters like stand up, he said they're like 5 foot something tall.
Oh, man.
And little like Peruvian guys are tiny. So an anteater's like, they call it something like the big giant or something, big bear giant, like what it translates to. And it's like, because it's massive, it stands taller than the guy. And its arms are massive. It's just got 3 claws that just stick out. And it's just waiting. Come at me, bro.
Swag.
Yeah, and it says dog ran over, it just snapped dog's neck. Gone. Other one ran over. Just killed his dogs in seconds, and then he's just there looking at me and starts walking towards him. He's like, fuck this shit. He says he had gun, threw his gun and ran.
Mate,
yeah, because they don't
there's
play.
some scary animals.
Stuff that we don't see. I didn't even know what giant anteater. I knew one existed. I'd heard it. Never seen one. Didn't know what one looked like. You ain't beating that as a human. That's knacking you.
I think even a normal anteater would fuck you up. I think an armadillo would. If you have to fight them like it.
Yeah. An armadillo.
See, you can't go on scale. It's what animal? Because like there are some little animals.
What's an armadillo's defense mechanism?
Curl up into a ball.
Yeah, that's kind of.
They've still got claws and shit.
Yeah,
they're like a mini anteater with armor.
So I've heard like a sloth. A sloth, if you startle a sloth, it can actually swipe really fast and it can destroy you.
Is it sloths that are venomous? I think they've got venomous elbows. No, they've got chlamydia.
Yeah.
Koalas also on the subject. I don't think you beat one of them. Do you know that the most dumbest animals?
I know the brain's tiny, innit?
It's not just tiny. I'll put a picture. It's smooth like a chicken fillet, and so they've got the proper thick. What is? What's it? I'm trying to remember. I just don't want to screw this up. Something like a koala, if it don't get sex, will literally just stay in a tree screaming.
Oh, it's Joe Rogan and Theo Von. And they're on about when he says it's just like us laying on his back, just going, purse, purse. Just hoping that a bird's going to come along and just want to bang you.
Yeah. But like anteaters as well, they're not meant to be clever at all. Like the brains are like the size of a walnut.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. What in the sea could you fight?
Nothing. I think once you go into
sea cucumber?
Once you go, knacking out starfish.
Oh, man, fuck a starfish up.
I'd knack a starfish. You're joking? On a fucking, what's a mollusk? Is that like a fucking
mollusk?
Is like a snail?
Yeah,
like a
a shelled animal.
Yeah, I'm levering that.
Yeah, or is a slug one?
What's an octopus or a squid? What are they called?
Cephalopods.
Cephalopods, that's the one. Yeah,
fucking fountain of knowledge, me, Paul.
They're
terrifying. I actually,
it's in the beak.
Yeah, there were somebody was swimming and in off a yacht in the dark when the squids come up. And this is genuinely true. I'll try and find a story. He was swimming in the sea and the Humboldts came up because they come up in big shoals and then they fucking eat everything and then go back down to deep.
It's nightmare fuel.
He died because you think like a squid is like the squids we eat.
Yeah.
These fucking things are about this fucking big. And when one grabs, it sets off a frenzy. Grabbed him, whoom, gone. Can you imagine that?
That terror is worse than a shark. Is it? Yeah, it's worse than a shark or something because it's.
Yeah, because they don't kill you. They're just dragging you down, and you're going down and down and down, and they're all biting you with the beaks, and you're not dying straight away. Like a shark, if it bit you, they don't actually like eating humans. No, the whole thing into that they think. But if that's dragging you down,
it's kind of curtains, isn't it? You expect that.
But being dragged down by fucking really clever
and it's just like wrapping around your face with suckers, and then it just like that.
Yeah,
and you pull it off, and then another one just
you.
Appears.
Them beaks are no joke, bro.
I know, they're like
squish crabs and shit, and we're here with our weak little skin, just taking chunks out of you as they're dragging you, and the next one comes in, bite. And you...
Have you watched that horrible free diving thing on Netflix? I won't watch it because I watched another pod that were talking about it.
Were it you or Shmun who were talking about it?
Could have been either one of us. I think my brother might have seen it, but I wouldn't watch it. But I just listened to a guy on another pod tell about it, and it just sounds like terrifying. I can't. He said, do you know how many times they just drown? But they just accept that they drown. So they get up there and they get like 2 or 3 meters from surface, or like 2 meters from surface. And then they'll just go, and they'll start to fall away. And then someone like a diver comes in, grabs them, does a quick bit of CPR. They come back round and they're like, bastard, I fucking failed that time. I'll try again tomorrow. And they're just, these people drown all the time. And they've got deaths all the time.
I mean, what is wrong with these people? It's like bungee jumping and shit.
Yeah, I don't think you have to go down so far. You have to remove a tag off a rope and it tells you how deep you've been. But loads of times they just quite don't make it. People die all the time and it's just not a problem in the community of free diving. It's just, lost another one.
The
fucking horrendous.
Anybody who puts themselves in that kind of situation, right? I don't get it. Like our last night's watching these, like Aaron Leo, my youngest son, is like they're obsessed with watching near death videos, caught on GoPro, watch them on YouTube. Like some of them, I'm like, shit. But I watched one and I'm like you, I can't watch it because I'm like, fuck. And there were a video on YouTube Shorts the other day. And it was this guy, and I didn't watch the end. I couldn't. Right, it just made me get a bit. Whoa, what the fuck? He'd gone in a cave, right?
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
No, but I will have when you've told story about.
Right. So
Mr. Ballin type stuff in it,
mate. They retrieved his video. Now I don't know if he got out. I do not know. I'll try and find it, and I'm gonna be brave. I'll report back next week if he made it or not.
Right.
He's literally got his camera there. And he's stuck, right?
Oh, you're making caving incidents?
Yeah, so he's gone in a cave, and he's gone through this gap now because there was water in there. He's shining his light down, and to him, he's explaining it all calm as fuck, right? Just like, so I came down here, it was getting thinner and thinner, but the reflection off the light made it look like it got bigger down there. So I'm carried on, and now I'm stuck. And it's so calm. And I'm like, and he's like, there's rains on and off, and all I know is if it rains, I'm dead. And I had to turn it off. I'm like, no, because I don't want the whole... In my head...
I can't know.
In my head, there was someone behind him, and they pulled him out, and everything was fucking peng. That's how I left it. Because I can't torture myself with it. I can't.
Them caving videos, I mean, I go down a bit of a rabbit hole. I watch the ones where... Well, I don't know the ending, but the guy's like, yeah, don't come down, guys. And my clothes have got a bit stuck, but it's fine. He said, I've got a rock here to chip it because it's all like lava stone. Like, so you just fucking chip it away, no problem. Yeah. He's like, I've got this rock coming in. He's going through with his GoPro and his light. And he's like, rock that he carries with him. And he's like, oh, my clothes are getting a bit snagged. And he says, I'll be shirtless soon. And you're like, then it's your bare skin just getting torn to shred. Like, I don't understand caving videos.
I don't, I mean, my dad is when we were kids, he were well into jet skis, boats, all this shit. Then he started a caving phase.
No.
Well, some of the caves I went in, right? And it is quite, I get why people want to do it. But the minute we're getting like, I have to go underwater and I don't know what's on the other side, fuck that. This is getting a bit thin. Nope, I'm out, right? I know when to stop. Some people don't because they want to be like, like the third ever person to get into this bit.
It. Oh,
and
God.
It is, and it's like, have you ever done Finnegan or whatever the fuck, these fucking weird names that they have. And in my head, I'm just like my dad. Oh, don't forget me wrong. I've seen some things that probably 99% of the world will never see. Do you know what I mean? Like you go down some of these caves, and only local caves, like up in North Yorkshire and stuff.
There's one that I'm going to talk about in a second.
Yeah. Well, you see things that the majority, and it's cool to be like we went in one, for example, we were walking along, and there's these big stalagmites, whichever one it is. Fuck it, I never know, never have done. And like in between, there was just this small bunch, like 10 bats.
Yeah.
Just in the middle of all these stalactites and shit, and you just think probably nobody else will ever see that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's cool. But the minute you're getting into this fucking shit where you're having to literally squeeze through and you only just get through and then it opens up into a big... Fuck it, not arsed.
I mean, you think, great, all right, well done. You still got to go back.
Yeah.
Or they do have a lot of cave networks, so I assume there's in and out. So they know where they're going. They're probably doing it loads of times, but...
Have you ever... While we're on caves, have you... Sorry, mate.
Go on.
No, because it's the same thing. Have you ever seen that map of America? Have you not? I saw it again the other day, and what it was is it has a map of unexplained disappearances around the US.
Right.
So it's this big map of the US, and there are all these dots are where people have just mysteriously vanished, and then someone has put a picture next to it of all the hidden cave networks in America, and it's literally like you take that template and put it on there. I'll fucking find it and I will put it here because it's literally. It's like madness that these people just fall in the caves. Gone.
I watched him. Can't do it justice, but I watched him, Mr. Ball, and the guy does that like an old boy, like goes into his back garden. His kids like disappeared or something, and obviously thinking like a bird's come and take it, whatever, because they have that. But he fell under like through like a tree root, and it ended up in like a bit of a caving system, and they just found him down there ages later, just like proper decomposed and everything. Just fallen in there and was like, where's Grandad gone or whatever? Just never ever found him. But he'd fallen through some like wheat grass or whatever and ended up like under a tree root, but like broke limbs and couldn't basically end up in this cavern. It was just insane. But there's one in Malham Cove, I'm sure there is, where they cemented it up, didn't they?
Yeah.
And there's about 6 people in there.
Right.
Because they went in
I think I've been caving in Malham.
I'm sure it's there in Malham, yeah. And there's one now where they put the skull and crossbones on. There's a sign on it, and it's grated up and just poured cement in, and the body it says "Here lies," and there's people in there that physically couldn't get them out.
Mate, it's like any sport like that. I don't get
playing with death. I don't understand.
And for what?
A bit of it's obviously the oh my god, I survived. It's so euphoric. That's clearly where it must come from, but I don't even want to I get experience and that's cool. It's like skydiving.
Oh, never, ever.
I had my dad's mate died skydiving because fucking parachute didn't open.
Mate, it's
just literally plummeted to the floor. Just like
I don't get that. I don't get it.
Did you hear about the lass who bungee jumped? Well, a boy, she worked to send up into a frenzy in like South America somewhere.
I've seen the video.
Worked to send up into such a frenzy, and she was so like, oh, I'm so excited but scared and all trepidation and all that. The moment he said jumped at boyfriend, she just leapt off and she wanted him tied on.
Mm.
The men talking to you. I mean, why she was so near edge not tied on is crazy anyway. I think they got done for that, obviously. But this happened not that long ago. But she wasn't thinking straight. Mm. So she's just like, oh my God, and she's excited and nervous and all that. And the moment they went, right, off you go, pointing at him, she just went, just threw her son off. And then just watched her just, no rope attached.
Dumb ways to die.
Hello,
so
darkness,
many dumb ways to die. Just to clarify.
Yeah.
Right. I think I could fight a chicken.
Oh, shit. I haven't got
one.
a chicken will probably knock you. They get a bloodlust and they're all scary out.
Anyway, guys.
Yeah, we're just going to call it there because I'm starving. I ain't gonna lie.
And we need to organise Schmun to
and
video
and how long we've been on, Paul?
Oh, fucking this is 1 hour 10, so that's a good
that's all right. There's not that much
Take
to
all
cut
shit out. It'll be an hour long.
Long.
So we'll see you on the next episode.
It's pretty much to be continued. in it, because like we've got the next one's probably might be a direct continuation of this. We're not sure, but we'll sign off and we'll sign back in soon.
Peace.
Well done, Paul.